here we are in the garage. So here we are in the garage. I just pulled the back section of my exhaust off the truck. I'm gonna shorten it up a little bit because it was hanging out back too far. So anyway, for now she's just gonna be an axle dump. Moving on. Here's the Murray, all tore down. So I don't know if I showed you, but I welded these on. I'm gonna weld everywhere where it could be moved or whatever, because I'm tired of stuff coming loose. So I welded this side too and here. I also welded across the bottom here, and I straightened this up, and it looks like that's splitting right there. Gotta put a little dab there. And so yeah, I don't know how the lighting is. It's probably really bad, but here's my spindle. That's the good one, and it's bad, but if you want to get a load of this. Oh no. Wait a second here. There's the bad one. Yeah. So I gotta come up with some new spindles. I don't know where I'm gonna get them, but I need some new spindles. But anyway, right now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna load her on the back of the truck. I'm gonna go get it washed off and cleaned up so it's easier to work on, and I'm gonna go wash the truck off too. So that's it for me. I'm just tearing everything apart on them. Basically all I'm doing right now. Pull the covers all off the front of them. So I can get it everything. Got a little dish right here. I'm putting everything in. Keep everything organized. Well, I got them all tore apart, and I'm just gonna clean up this one because I'm gonna use this jug, and we're just gonna go from there. Reassembling, I guess. So the motor job's on hold. I've got the crank in the new block, and I've got the first weight in there. And I went to put the piston in, and I was just sort of moving the ring in a little bit and trying to work it around, and then I gave it a little bump, and it went ping and broke into a million pieces and flew on the floor and all. So anyways, here it is here. And the pistons, well, it does have some scoring up and down, but I was gonna run it anyway. Like, the rings don't look too bad. Just gonna run it for now. There's the old ring. But I got a hold of my buddy, and he's got a few parts for these up there, so I'm thinking maybe I might be able to score a piston off him too. Get one the same as this. And here's the one out of that block. Well, it's not in very good shape either, but like, just look at it. Man, it is a rough unit. Got really warm there too. I just feel like this one here is worn out, and it might work, but I feel like it would be lower in compression. And I know when this piston was in the other motor, she had a lot of compression. It would hardly turn over, so I knew the compression rings were still okay. But this guy here, I don't know. I have my doubts in it. So anyway, that's that. And so I decided I'm gonna run the cam, and I'm gonna run the weights, and I'm gonna run the oil slinger and the piston out of the old motor, which was a 13.5 guts out of it in a 12.5 block. So I got the same thing going on here, because this is another 12.5 block that was in better shape, and I don't know if I showed you, but it's got some scoring on it, but it's kind of like that all the way around. It's hard to see, the camera won't focus, but I don't think it's too bad really. I mean, that one there is a little warm looking, but I don't know. Maybe I'll score another block, I don't know, but I think it'll be alright probably compared to this one. I mean, it looks okay, but there's some grooves in it. You can see all the grooves all the way around. And I'm sure it'd still run, it'd still be fine. So I think I'm going to just throw the guts out of the other motor here back into this one. And then I'll have another motor sitting there if somebody ever wanted one. It's smoke and whatever, but anyway, just puttering around here now. So once I do that up, I gotta wait for him to get back. He's going on a road trip. So once I get that back together, or get the parts, I'll get that back together. And in the meantime, I'm gonna throw this one back together. And if I have time, I'm going to move on to the rear end, because hopefully I have everything to do that. I got good seals and everything in that one. There's the old one. And I'm going to switch things, make sure everything's all good, and get that all geared up.